All right. I hope my audio works this time around. So far, it looks like the microphone is working fine. My name is Bogdan Kanar. I'm the Policy Administration Manager for Peace Health Hospital System in 2025. Um, my presentation focusing on change is the internal policy change business plan focused on strategic initiatives driving organizational growth and movement. So my focus is internal policy change proposal, and this is specifically around how we as the policy administration team work together to support um, all the committees that review policies. We have something like 7,400 policies across the organization. And although we are attempting to crosswalk all these policies from local to system level to ensure that there's appropriate utilization of our time and energy in pushing out new policies or developing them. If one exists, we don't create another one. And if one exists that overlaps, then we retire policies, which is our goal. So efficiency is always a focal point here, but we've noticed that inefficient policy approval workflow, um, secondary to communication gaps resulting from changes in leadership, um, rifts, changes to uh, how individuals access Policy Stat, which is our platform, et cetera, plays a huge role in the fact that we may have gaps in care as resulting from um, workflows for approval and policies that hit bottlenecks because changes in leadership, et cetera. So inefficiency policy approval workflows, my goal here, which means delayed ownership updates cause stalled approvals and increase regulatory risk. Communication gaps. Departments often fail to notify the policy team timely, leading to outdated ownership data. Lack of standardization, absence of clear process for capturing ownership changes causes confusion and compliance gaps. And then benefits of streamlining would be implementing streamlined workflows, reduces delays, enhances communication, and improves compliance across the organization. So that's huge. So our proposal here is a streamlined owner change process, meaning departments must notify the policy team promptly within days of ownership changes or proactively. Standardized online form, an online form capturing key details like policy ID, new owner info, effective date to reduce errors and the back and forth communication. Approval routing updates, the policy team updates approval routing immediately to avoid delays, and regulatory audits, regular audits rather, and clear communication proposals ensure updates of ownership data and compliant adherence are um, effective immediately. Phases for implementation will be the planning phase, define roles and responsibilities, key stakeholders, and communication channels. Develop a development phase, create essential tools like online forms for notifications, basically an intake form. Implementation phase, conducting training sessions to familiarize teams. And then monitoring phase, performing regulatory audits or regular audits to ensure the use of the form is appropriate and communication is happening in real time. So change agent is me. I'm the policy administration manager at this point. And although the real change agent would be my direct leader, who would sign off on this, I feel like I'm able to drive some of this change by really outlining exactly what the benefit and return on investment for this project would be. So role and authority, the manager holds authority and influence to implement workflows, improvements, and enforce compliance. Workflow coordination oversees development and standardization forms and coordinates departments for timely notifications and approvals, leads regular audits to maintain data accuracy and ensure compliance with policy standards. Training adoption provides training and communication support to foster accountability and drive adoption of new process. So, milestones, planning phase 1 to 2 weeks, focus on finalizing roles, responsibilities, strategies. Development phase, weeks 3 to 4, cover creating the online form, not a huge lift. Training sessions, week 5, and full implementation within week 6, followed by quarterly audits to maintain. Financial impact and return on investment. So the financial impact projections are development of online forms, $2,000 to $3,500, training and communication under $1,000. Ongoing maintenance for this is less than 500 annually, which is a very low um, maintenance cost moving forward. And then the return on investment, well, faster policy updates reduce compliance risk, and compliance risk is huge. If we can mitigate or eliminate additional risk to the organization, possible fines and accreditation issues fall off the horizon, which allows us to focus more proactively instead of reactively on maintaining policies. Prevents delays that could impact operations and long-term savings through streamlined process. Once the form is up and going, it'll be maintained as part of our IT and clinical informatics structure, which is within budget. It allows for the team to, um, for the policy administration team to take ownership of the form once it's implemented. So the ongoing maintenance will probably be even less than 500 annually. So that's my pitch for this project. Communication across an organization that has multiple hospitals, clinics, in remote areas, including critical access hospitals that fall under different regulatory requirements. This is a valid and valiant effort to improve outcomes for this organization. And I want to leave with a bit of a positive note here. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. Therefore, we need to think about long term strategy, long term goals, and how all of this comes together for the team. Thank you again. My name is Bogdan Kanar, and feel free to reach out with any questions.